FlinkCarKeys.com. I'm currently working on the 2014 Chevrolet Silverado. This is all keys lost, and we're going to go ahead and cut and program 2 new transponder chip keys. Now on these particular Silverados, when there's no present key to do the programming, it's going to require you to put 2 brand new keys in it. So that's what we're doing the process now. We have our 12-minute wait. So we have one of the new chip keys in there. And basically on these models, I use my special GM ignition removal tools, and I can pull out that ignition, and there's a code stamped on the ignition cylinder that will allow me to go ahead and cut the key code so that I can turn the key in the cylinder. And that's where we're at now. And then once we go through this 12-minute wait, usually around, it gets about 84-85%, it'll start going through and start the programming. It'll have a cycle both keys in, and it'll program, and the truck will start, and they'll be good to go. Alright, so we're getting up to where it should. Yep, there we go. Start the programming procedure. So the dash indications are in Spanish, so I can't tell you what it says, but it tells me to switch off the key and remove the key. I just reach in, pull it out, and then it's going to tell me to open and close the door, make sure everything's off, and this is when I get back into the vehicle. So I have to close the doors for the programming, but you know, I don't want to be stuck sitting in the car for 12 minutes, so I get back in the car, hit OK, and then it says insert the key that needs to be matched and switch the ignition on. Alright, everything's on. Alright, so current key match is complete. Do you want to match the next key? We're going to go ahead and hit yes. Alright, it says switch the ignition off and remove the key. Okay. Open and close the doors. Alright. Alright, insert the key that needs to be matched and switch the ignition on. So, and our mobilizer light is this little light down here. It's a little orange car with a lock on it, and that's what we want to see go out. Alright, so it says that one's complete. Do we want to do the next key? I'm going to hit no, switch ignition off and remove the key. It'll have us open and close the door again. Okay. Alright, so it says switch the ignition on. And we'll see that little lock light went out down the bottom. That's what we want to see. Alright, so it tells us to switch the ignition off. Please switch the ignition on. Alright, so it tells us the car currently has 4 keys matched to it. And then it asks us if we want to do remote control learning. This gentleman's not getting remote controls, so we're going to just go ahead and hit no. And that should be a completed job. Alright, there we go. And then we do the same thing, we just double check the other key. And both keys start the vehicle up, the vehicle stays running. That's a completed job. Thank you for watching. LakelandCarKeys.com.